Hey y'all. So I just wanted to talk about my experience with getting an IUD. I got the Mirena, and the internet is not a good place to find information, in my experience. So my appointment was not bad. My appointment was not traumatizing. My appointment was quick, and my procedure was in less than 3 minutes. So I don't know. Like I just figured I'd get on here and be honest with you guys, and just really lay everything out. So I am a mother too, and I've had, of course, two births vaginally. And the doctors do advise you, your OBG will tell you it is easier for women who have had children. So I just didn't, know what to expect. I am a punk when it comes to pain. I hate pain of any kind. I turn my head when I get needles. The moment I get a cramp, I take a pill. Period. But I just knew, at this point in life, I couldn't afford any more kids, mentally, emotionally, or financially. So I just needed to do something. Looked into my options and decided to go talk to my physician about an IUD. I suffer from PMDD as well. For those of you who do not know what that is, it's premenstrual dysphoric disorder. And when I tell you, this shit has made me crazy. Like, there needs to be a bigger discussion about this. It needs to be highlighted. It needs to be on the news. It is literally something that will make you, as a woman, the week before your period, feel like you are losing your mind, like you are bipolar, like you are a monster. So I said, I cannot deal with this. I have to find a solution to not going through this. So me and my provider decided that the best option would be Mirena IUD, because the hormones or whatever is released through the IUD combats the fluctuation of estrogen that you experience with PMDD. Okay, so this is a new device and I knew nothing about it. So I decided to do my research and unfortunately turned to YouTube. Horror story after horror story after horror story. It hurted. I felt like I was about to pass out. I was screaming, why don't they give you anesthesia for this? And this should be illegal to put somebody through this much pain. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm getting this thing put in a week. I don't like pain. And the only thing they're telling you to do is take a Motrin. Okay, well, I get to a point where I'm like, well, listen, a little bit of pain versus 8 years of freedom and not feeling like I'm going crazy, I might have to just deal with it. So I go to my appointment. The day comes, I go to my appointment, and I've already taken my 2 800 Motrin, and I'm nervous. My heart is beating out my chest. I'm scared for life. So I get in the room, and I'm on the phone with my best friend. I'm nervous. I'm on the phone with my best friend. And my doctor is phenom. Like, my doctor is the shit. So I'm like, hey, I'm nervous. I'm scared. Can I stay on the phone with my best friend? She was like, absolutely. I don't care. I was like, how long is this going to be? She was like, the longest part is just measuring your cervix. And once I get your cervix measured, 30 seconds, if that. I said, all right, say less. Okay, so, I get in the stirrups and everything. And yes, she does measure it. Now, guys, when I tell you, when she measured my cervix, it literally just felt like a quick, fast period cramp. Literally. For those of you who have horrible menstruals, I mean horrible. I have horrible menstruals. Like, I have been hospitalized for my menstruals. I have been in the chills and sweat, shaking from my menstruals. I've had to call out of work. I've had to quit jobs due to the pain that I get from my menstrual. And when I tell you that her measuring my cervix literally just felt like the first bad cramp you get when your period starts. And it was, if you just listen to them sometimes and stop thinking you know everything, you'll be fine. She told me to put my feet in the stirrups. She advised me, I'm about to measure your cervix. It's going to be a little crampy. Take a deep breath, hold it. I did exactly what she said, and it was like that. I think I had a cramp literally on the phone with my friend. I said, ooh, she said it's done. I said, oh, literally that quick. Okay. After that, she got the IUD itself. And when she put the IUD in, it literally felt like the very first contraction that you get. For those of you who have had children, you know that 1 centimeter dilated is way different than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? So, unfortunately, ladies, the ones of you who do not have children, I cannot advise because I have children. But I also know that it just wasn't that bad. It just was like a serious cramp, and that was it. I drove myself home. I was still on the phone with my best friend after I got done. There was no need for me to take any more medicine. I got on with my damn life. Yeah, I don't know. Now, did I have cramping after? Yes, I did have some cramping afterwards. And that's just simply because your body is just getting used to a device being in your body. It's as expected, but it's nothing debilitating. And again, this is my experience. This is someone who hates pain. I go to the hospital damn near every month because something is hurting. I hate pain. I hate pain. I hate pain. So if I can tolerate this quick little bit of pain, cramping, I should say, you guys should be okay. Stop watching YouTube and go get a good doctor. If your OBG has never listened to you before, why would she listen to you now? If your OBG has never kept it real with you before, why would she do so now? My OBG told me. She said, listen, it's a little bit of pain. It's cramping. She was like, but when a doctor doesn't know what they're doing, this is when people experience pain and they experience uncomfortability. My doctor literally did not attempt to insert that IUD until she found my cervix. That was the most painful part because my cervix, instead of being like this, is like this. So when she put the speculum in, or whatever it's called, she had to basically put my cervix from here to here so that way the insertion part wasn't bad. So I say this. If you know that your anatomy is a bit off, be realistic. It's not going to be as simple as somebody who has everything intact in order, no issues, high pain tolerance, and all of that. But if they're telling you that this is easier for women who have had children, maybe you should find an option for people who don't have children. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I made this video because I am so tired of seeing horror stories and being freaked the hell out. It just was not that bad. It wasn't. This is the first period I have felt like I did not go crazy the week before my menstrual due to my PMDD. This was the first period I was not soaking through pad after pad after pad, debilitated in the bed. So for me, a little cramp and a pinch, it just wasn't worth, it's not worth the trade-off. It's not. So again, find you a good OBGYN, practice actually making the right decisions for you. That will help you get through this way better than watching 1,000 YouTube videos with people you don't know if they have what is that called when you have not an STD but PID or something, pelvic inflammatory disease. All of these things contribute. Everything contributes, whether you had children, how recently you've had kids, all of it contributes. So do your research, know what's best for you, and take that route. But as far as pain, I can't say that they were over exaggerating because everybody's different. But I feel like those of us like me who didn't have that bad of an experience, we didn't feel the need to get on here because we got on with our life. And think about how many people, how many women are really getting IUDs compared to the little bit of videos you're finding saying it was horrific. There are millions of women with IUDs, and you have only come across 20 videos. That should tell you something.